Imagine a network of trade routes spanning thousands of miles, connecting empires and changing the world as we know it. Welcome to the Silk Road. This isn't just a path, but a labyrinth of trails etching its way across Asia to Europe, a testament to human tenacity and ingenuity. It was more than a road. It was a conduit for ideas, a highway for culture, a path that shaped history itself. But what made the Silk Road so important during its peak between the 2nd and 14th century AD? To understand the peak of the Silk Road trade, we must venture back in time. Picture this, the period between the 2nd and 14th century AD, a time when the Silk Road, a network of trade routes, was bustling with activity. It was more than just a highway for goods. It was a bridge connecting the East and West, Asia and Europe in a vibrant exchange of commodities, ideas, and cultures. Imagine caravans laden with fine silks from China, spices from India, precious gems from Persia, all making their way across deserts, mountains, and vast plains. Ideas, philosophies, and technologies too were exchanged, shaping societal norms and ideologies. It was a time of growth, discovery, and prosperity. The Silk Road was the beating heart of global trade, throbbing with life and possibilities. But what was it that made this trade route so influential? The Silk Road was more than just a trade route. It was a catalyst for change. But what elements made it such a significant historical phenomenon? Let's delve into the myriad factors that contributed to the Silk Road's importance. Firstly, the Silk Road was the primary conduit for trade between the East and West for over a millennium. It was the highway of wealth, with merchants traversing the treacherous terrain to exchange valuable goods. Luxurious silk, aromatic spices, and precious metals were among the commodities that journeyed thousands of miles to reach new markets. This widespread distribution of goods led to economic prosperity and cultural exchange, influencing societies along the route and beyond. But trade wasn't just about material goods. It was also a vehicle for the exchange of ideas. As merchants and traders moved along the Silk Road, they brought with them their beliefs, philosophies, and innovations. This led to the spread of religions like Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam, which found new followers in regions far from their birthplaces. The Silk Road was a conduit for spiritual enlightenment, a road that connected not just economies, but also hearts and minds. Moreover, the Silk Road was a channel for the transmission of knowledge and technologies. Papermaking, gunpowder, the compass. These were just some of the innovations that traveled westward via the Silk Road, revolutionizing societies in Europe and elsewhere. In return, the East was introduced to advancements like glassmaking and the use of iron and steel. This exchange of knowledge and technology was a key factor in propelling humankind into new eras of development. In essence, the Silk Road was a melting pot of cultures, a bridge that facilitated the intermingling of Eastern and Western civilizations. It was a catalyst for change, driving economic growth, religious expansion, and technological advancement. So, we've seen how the Silk Road shaped the world, but how did it affect the empires directly involved? The answer to this question unveils another fascinating facet of this historical trade route, which we'll explore in the next scene. Stay tuned. The Silk Road was a double-edged sword for the empires it connected. This ancient highway of commerce was a conduit for prosperity and progress, but also a channel for strife and sickness. Let's delve into the dichotomy of this impact. On one side of the sword, the Silk Road ushered in a golden age of economic growth. It was a bustling marketplace for goods like silk, spices, and precious stones, fostering immense wealth for the empires along its path. But the Silk Road was more than just a trade route. It was a crossroads of cultures. Ideas, philosophies, and technologies were exchanged as readily as goods, leading to an unprecedented era of cultural enrichment. On the flip side, the Silk Road had its dark corners. As goods and ideas traveled, so did diseases. The infamous Black Death, which decimated populations across Europe in the 14th century, is thought to have been carried along these trade routes. Furthermore, the wealth generated by the Silk Road often sparked conflicts, as empires vied for control over these lucrative paths. So the Silk Road was a paradox, a gift and a curse. It brought wealth, knowledge, and cultural diversity, but also illness and conflict. The Silk Road, a network of trade routes that not only connected Asia and Europe, but also changed the world forever. A testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of connection and progress.